Alright, hello everyone, it's Team Rocket Draws here with another rose drawing tutorial, and for this video guys, we're gonna be drawing this one. So as you guys can see on screen, this is how it ends up looking like. So if you guys want to learn how to draw it, then let's get started. We're also gonna start off by doing a sketch, and then from there on you guys are gonna do your final drawing. So remember to do your line slide. Just like my other tutorials, we're gonna start off by doing a circle. This is gonna be the inside of the rose, so this is the size of it guys. Now we're gonna split it in half both ways. Just try to get it right in the middle, so it'll be easier to follow the tutorial. And once we have this guy right here with the circle and the lines, we're gonna start doing some of the petals, like right here. We're gonna do another one that goes on the other side. There we go. Now this one actually folds over the circle right there, so we're just gonna do that right there. And then the same thing on this side, kind of follows the shape of the circle. Now we're gonna do one of the inside petals that goes all the way to the top, and it wraps around the top right there. Now we could do the same thing on the other side around here, but this one doesn't go all the way to the top like the other one does. Now we could do the inside by just doing a circle, and then we're gonna do this line going down. Another one on the other side, but we can't really see it, so we don't have to add it. Now this one, we're gonna do the top of that petal. Now right here I just do this line, kind of what I like to call the lip, but it's basically the fold of the petal, kind of like folds over a little bit, and it gives you that shape right there. Now let's connect and give a little bit shape to the bud right there. Alright, so now we're gonna do this circle guys that goes around the rose right there, and this is just gonna help us do the rest of the petals. But as you guys can see, it's not centered right in the middle. That circle that we did earlier, the smaller one with the petals, is a little bit higher in the middle. It's gonna help us know where to put the rest of the petals. It's gonna serve as a guide. Doesn't mean you guys have to follow it 100%, but it just makes it easier to do the rest of the petals, since the bottom ones are gonna be a little bit bigger than the ones on top. Alright, so now for this other one right here, it sticks out around there, and right here it kind of goes over the first petal, the one in the bottom. Now just try to match up where these petals start on either side. Now this one over here, so once again we're kind of following that shape of the circle. So these petals are a lot closer to the top, to the edge of the circle that we did all around. And we basically got our shape guys. Now we could erase some of those reference lines. And you guys didn't have to do the circle that I did to do the bigger petals. That was just a guide. I like to call those reference lines, and it just makes doing the drawing a lot easier. Alright, so now we're gonna do this line guys for the stem, and I kind of go over the petal right there, and you don't have to do this. This is just me showing you guys to try to keep it consistent to the shape, to the thickness of it, to make it match up like properly, that it doesn't stick out, you know, at a weird angle or anything like that. Now right here we're gonna do this kind of like a teardrop shape. And this is just gonna be one of another rose, but it's gonna be the bud that hasn't opened just yet. So then we add that little line right there. We're gonna connect it to the bottom right there. Just try to keep it consistent in thickness. Obviously this one's gonna be a lot thinner than the main one, since it's still like fresh, right? It hasn't like opened or anything like that. So, and then we're just gonna do the inside right there at a point, and then we're just gonna do these other ones that stick out, and those points are gonna, or each of the shape is gonna kind of signify a petal, right? That's about like to bloom. Alright, so there's two ways to do the leaves right here guys. One way that you guys could do is do another teardrop shape, and then just draw a line that goes right through the middle and just connect it to the stem. Or you could do the stem first and then do the leaf right here, the leaf shape, right? The teardrop shape. And obviously these are gonna be a lot wider and a lot bigger than the bud, than the rose, just because that one, like I said, is still growing, right? And there we go guys, I added these three right here. You guys could add as many as you want. And I'm gonna show you a little trick to how I like to do some of the leaves. So I start off by doing these lines going, you know, the same on either side. Just try to get them the same thickness, you know, far away from the previous line. Just try to keep it consistent, the same size, the same thickness, and then we're just gonna round off the edges right there. This one just ends at a point, but just try to do the same thing. And I don't know, I really like this design for the leaves on roses, right? The same thing on this leaf over here. Just try to keep it, once again, consistent to the same size and thickness in between those lines compared to the other leaves. That way, like, one leaf doesn't have like them a lot thinner than the other ones. There we go. Just try to keep it consistent, guys. I don't know, I really like this design for the leaves. Like, it just makes it really simple and it just looks so good. I don't know, I just kind of like those details like that. And then obviously the stem as well gets a little bit thicker. I probably did it there a little bit too thick, but yeah, I decided to do it like that. And then we're not gonna follow it all the way to the top of the leaf to the point, because if you guys have seen leaves, it actually goes under the leaf. Like, you'll see the stem under the leaf, not on top. So that's why we don't do it all the way to the top. And then I just added some thorns right there. And then this is something that I take off, but I just showing you guys something that you guys could do just to give it a little bit more detail, is add the greenery that's under the rose. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It usually like wraps around the buds. I guess that's what technically it might be called. To be honest, I have no clue, but hopefully you guys know what I mean. It kind of wraps around it, but I decided to take it away. It's just I didn't like how it looked like, you know, so we do take that away. So now that we have a reference, guys, now it's just about a matter of just adding details. So right there I added a little bit more in the inside of the rose. It's just like, you know, a circle with the lines on the side, kind of to show, you know, that there's getting thinner, right? It's getting tighter. All the petals are getting tighter inside in the middle. So usually when I like my sketch, right, like once I'm done, I like how it turns out, I erase it. And even though I'm erasing it, you can still see those lines. You could probably still see them on the video right here. They're really light, but they're there. And then I just go over my sketch and I just, you know, I kind of do I finalize my lines. I make them a lot better. And the reason I like erasing the sketch is because it gives my outline, my final outline, just a cleaner look. It just looks a lot cleaner. But I know there's a lot of people that usually, like, if they color their roses, they just go over it with an outliner or a pen or something, and then once it dries, they just erase their pencil marks, right? And then it just gives you like that solid you know, pen outline. But since I was gonna leave it in pencil, I decided just to erase it to get a cleaner drawing. So it all depends how you guys want to do it. And normally this is where I would fix anything that I didn't like. For example, maybe I didn't like the thickness on the leaves right there, or maybe I didn't like how that leaf pointed over there, or just anything like that. This is where I would make those changes. But you guys could always do that when you have your sketch, which I would recommend. It's a lot easier once you get comfortable with just, you know, doing your final outline. Then obviously you guys could go ahead and make your changes then, but I do recommend just doing that during your sketch. But here we have the same rose, guys, with really minimal changes into the final outline. Is basically the same thing, but it just looks a lot cleaner because the lines are a little bit more consistent and just overall just better looking, right? But it's literally the same as the sketch, just cleaner. So overall, I was pretty happy with this sketch, guys. Here we have the final outline. And obviously you guys could do anything to your drawing. If you guys didn't like something that I did on mine, then you guys are welcome to change anything. It doesn't have to look like mine, you know. This is just me kind of giving you guys like a guideline on how to do this, but you guys could take any creative, you know, perspective on this and make any changes to yours, you know. Maybe you only like 2 leaves, not 3. Maybe you don't like the bud right there. maybe you just, I don't know, maybe the petals, you guys don't like the petals, how they're curved, you want to make them more round, just go ahead and make any changes to your drawing to make your drawing better, so just feel free to do that, because for some reason, like usually when you're following a tutorial or you're following to draw something, you're just have like a one-track mind where it has to be like that, right? It has to be like the way they did it. It has to be exactly at what you're looking at, and that's not the case, guys. Like, it's just a reference. You guys need to remember that. Just don't look at it as a fixed thing. It's look at it as okay, mine looks a little bit weird, or I don't like how this looks over here, so let me change my drawing. Don't focus on your reference, or don't focus on your whatever you're looking at or whatever you're drawing. Nobody's gonna put both of them side by side and be like, all right, you got this wrong, or you didn't get that right. Like, nobody's gonna do that. It's just but it's really easy to think that way, but just wanting you guys to remember that it doesn't have to look the same. But yeah, guys, so if you guys enjoyed this tutorial, let me know in the comment section below. It'd be really cool to find out how many people actually ended up getting this far and ended up drawing the rose. Let me know how yours turned out, and if you guys like this tutorial, make sure to check out my other rose drawings, guys. I got, I think, 6 previous to this one, and then hopefully in the future I'll have more. So the link will be in the description to all my rose drawing tutorials, so make sure to go check it out. And yeah, guys, that's gonna be the end of the video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more videos, and I guess I'll just catch you guys on the next one. Team Rocket Draws out.